Good evening, everyone. My name is Cadium, and it is with great pleasure I bring you this StarCraft 2 Clan War tonight. We're going to have a best of 7 all kill between Boreal Academy and MicroGamerZ Academy. I hope you guys are enjoying this, well, kind of elevator music I found. Yeah, groovy. That was excellent timing. Nice. So here we are, guys. Stream is live. That's perfect. Just as game number one is starting, I am a little bit confused. Hang on, let me just turn off this music. There you go. We should have the beginning of game one in just a few seconds now, guys. Let me turn on my camera here just to say, hey, what's up? Let me open up a little bit of a light here. There it goes. Perfect. And just as I say that, game number one is going to start. This is not a match of our main team of Boreal eSports, our players of at the semi-pro level. This is Boreal Academy, and tonight we're gonna play against MicroGamerZ Academy. But both of these players are of a pretty high level. You guys may remember Pluto from the Top Dog League stream 2 days ago, who found a win for Boreal Main. Gonna call them like that tonight just to be sure we don't mess up anything. So Boreal Main. But tonight it is all about Boreal Academy. Two academy teams playing for honor. And maybe some of these players are trying to pierce through the ledge separating them from our our pro team in Boreal and the pro team at MicroGamerZ, of course. So good luck to both teams as game under one. Game under one. Yes, game number one is underway. Is what I meant. With the barracks already down, you are going to realize there is no gas here. And Pluto is going for what seems to be a hatch first, which I'm not surprised. There was this this era in StarCraft, which I guess you could call 2014 Season 1, and maybe the beginning of Season 2, where it was really popular to go... it was, in fact, so popular to pump out multiple Reapers for a Terran player that they ended up forcing pool firsts out of many Zergs for a long time. Just not the case now. My darling, going to save this SCV from a horrible death, and at the same time trap Pluto's drone, which is gonna get hunted down by this marine until it dies or spawns into an extractor, whichever you prefer the most. He's probably gonna cancel that out and maybe make another, try to block for as long as possible, but it doesn't really matter. And I think Pluto knows. I think he knows. So he doesn't know now that his opponent has started this first gas, and indeed he cancels and gets another block. Probably going to be ongoing for as long as possible. We're going to be focusing on that. Not too much, but we will. Pluto with the hatch now completed. 2 queens on the way. Just not... and I think he lost a drone. Did he? Yeah, I think he did. Yep. Probably, well, there's an easy way to check out. There you go. 1 worker kill, and my darling got a pretty good scout of what was coming his way. I do believe he may not have seen drones on gas, though. So let's see if this is going to be a factor. Well, my darling, probably this is weird to cast. Well, you know, my darling. Yes, this is my darling. Just got a third command center that is on the way. Meanwhile, the natural expansion command center that was put down directly on the low ground is finishing. Pluto with well, there's a little bit of threat here. He of course doesn't know. Uh, well, that's a much better indicator now. There's a bunker adding on for the Terran player, and he saw 4 Marines, and there was such a late gas that I believe Pluto feels pretty safe right now with those 3 queens. Doesn't need to add on those so important Evo chambers as a wall for eventual of Hellion harass. I don't think he's too worried. And wow, just on time for Pluto's expansion to come down. My darling will delay it by a few seconds with this block that's gonna get cancelled. Of course, there you go. But just, you know, that's a small 15-second win, and you're gonna take everything you can at this point. So we are hitting. And by the way, guys, I may remove the overlay at some point because I do realize you don't see the game timer. So I'm gonna come back with this a little bit more often. We're hitting the 7-minute mark right now, and we have a Zerg player slightly ahead in Harvesters, 34 to 30. First few Hellions are on the field for the Terran player, who is just now adding in a starport. Meanwhile, there's a Zerg player with a third now adding in those so important Evo chambers for upgrades and for an eventual wall. Now let's see. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about for Pluto is the map vision. He doesn't have quite a lot. Just now taking... Oh, and that's a very important hit. He sees the SCV. Well, I thought that was a Hellion at first, but it was so slow that, of course, it is not. It is an SCV, and I'm wondering what he's going to do with that, to be entirely honest. Pluto's going to send out some... was going to send out some Zerglings, but he came back and eventually cut out the 2 SCVs. Is it a wrong rally point? Was he rallied to... Yeah, that's it. Those SCVs are rallied straight to the Hellions, and this is a problem. Wow, this is, you know, just a little bit of a small mistake. I'm tempted to try and check out his command groups just to see if he... And it doesn't seem like he did. I wanted to see if he maybe, you know, just added this orbital command to a production cycle tab, which he didn't. Nevertheless, we've got... He's definitely going for a mech build. We've got double armory researching right now. Pluto has the right idea. He's gonna fight on creep. Gonna catch a few aliens. Just this one barely escaping, and Pluto is starting to pump out roaches. How many queens do we have on the field? We have 4, and Deezer leaves the game. I don't know if he's the Deezer. I don't know. To everyone who's going to ask. And by the way, tonight, in a few seconds, I should have access to chat at all times. There is no delay tonight, since this is a very friendly clan war. And let's see. What does Pluto know that he didn't already know? And I'm having mouse problems. I'm sorry, guys. Just gonna... Yeah. Okay. And he doesn't know. He is not aware that there's a third. Yeah, he is aware that there's a third, but he's not aware that it's planting on the other side of where it would usually be. And this mouse problem is getting on my nerves. What the hell is wrong with you, mouse? Come on. Okay. And this should be a tell. Definitely. If he didn't know already, and you see he's adding in the... Pluto is adding in a Hydra Den, which is quite nice, because those Hydras will be protected by the roaches. Those roaches have +1/+1, and Hellbats have +1/+1 too. What is this? I'm having some problems with my game right now. I don't have the... This is weird. Meanwhile, an engagement occurs in the middle of the map. Darling, you has to be on full retreat mode right now. He doesn't have nearly enough units to fight half of this army, and he's gonna lose everything. There's even an overseer well positioned. He's gonna snipe the soul widow mine that was there as well. And you know, at this point, there's a well-positioned tank here that's going to deal a lot of area damage, but Pluto's split his forces in half, and he's dealing major damage to the Terran player's economy. But is he going to be able to break the front lines? Hellions, Hellbats are here to help a little bit. This tank still lands some shots. Well, no, wait, this is the tank that's landing some shots. Trying to, the Terran player's trying to save some SCVs. Not quite gonna do it. There's this Banshee that's barely gonna escape. 11 kills on this Banshee, which is pretty good. +2/+2 is nearly halfway done for the Terran player. Whereas our Zerg player Pluto is still on +1 armor. Gonna finish +2, gonna have a nice little timing with this. I'm unable to see what's the time left. I don't have, I'm gonna have to reset my game after this, I think. But now, I mean, he won't be able to do any damage whatsoever to this. SCVs are not even mining right now. Some SCVs, yeah, well, he's pretty much saturated, so he doesn't really need these. But you don't want to lose them, of course. Pluto, still on 3 bases, adding in an infestation pit. Not started with +2 armor just yet. Let's see if he's gonna head for the upgrades first, or if he's gonna go for something like tier 3, maybe Ultralist. But he's gonna need, yeah, there you go. There's this 4th hatchery that's gonna be a little bit important, and for the tier 3 transition of the Zerg. And my darling just setting up in this much easier to defend area for the 3rd base. Luckily for him, he didn't lose the command center to the initial aggression, but now the Hydra count and thus the DPS is increasing dramatically for Pluto, who has a whooping 70 supply lead. Let's say 60 now, maybe. Units kill, that's not what I wanted to see. There you go, he has double the army supply, 106 to 53. But keep in mind, this is, you know, if it comes the attack from this area, he's not that well protected. Most of these units are protecting the eventual 3rd. I understand it is important, but if he manages to sneak into the base, Pluto at this point can throw his army away. He has such a good creep spread. He has such good production potential, and he could just remax before my darling deals any counterattack damage. And here goes. This army will get spotted. There's a Raven that could land some what are they called? Seeker missiles. Yes, and he's attacking from both sides. Seeker missile goes down, he's gonna move out of range, and the Seeker missile dies down. Oh, this door will get cut out. That's not gonna help for sure. That is not helping. +3/+3, almost complete now for the Terran player, getting this, and the fact that he secured his 3rd base kind of keeps him into the game, even though he's behind 60 supply. Vipers are added in. Let's see. Yeah, he does have, of course, he does have the hive. Let's see if he's not adding in any tech. Getting +3 attack for ranged units. Oh, so important. And with a more than decent creep spread at 18 minutes, which we're gonna hit in about 10 seconds. There goes. He's almost past the gold of my darling, and he's pretty close to preventing this eventual 4th to go down. Trying to sneak in a little Zergling to see if there's a 4th. Sees that there isn't, and thus knows that Pluto knows that his opponent is in a kind of a weird spot, where he's gonna have to do something eventually. I mean, my darling is gonna max out here. What does he want to add? Yeah, now he's gonna have 3 Ravens. Only one Banshee though. This Banshee with 13 kills. Look at this. This is a... And just now restarted to tech. Pluto did. Ultralisk Cavern is on the way, and a Spire, which I believe he will use directly for the Greater Spire, I assume. Some more Vipers, and this barracks will go down for sure. No way you can save that, sir. Some Widow Mines have been added in. And the range here is enough. I don't think he sees it. No, yeah, well, there's a sensor tower, so he knows where his opponent is. But he can't do anything about it. He doesn't have vision, and this creep spread is getting more and more intense. Pluto is gonna have the whole map vision. Well, he probably has. No way you're gonna sneak in a drop or something, and you're pretty much stuck with on those 3 bases. This one is well, you know, he's gonna get Pluto will be advised as soon as the command center moves here. Either way, and now my darling knows what's up. Lands a scan directly on the army. Of course, he saw it with the sensor tower, nothing surprising there. Moves his army. There are a lot of Hellbats. If those Hellbats get it... Oh, and the Seeker missiles will hit! Pluto splits more than appropriately and only loses 2... Hydralisks on this. And let's see here. I should probably do that. There you go. Much better now. Alright, so my darling rebuilding the wall, healing a couple of those units, and 5 Ultralisks on the way. And this attack was not meant to deal damage in any way. Oh, a few of those Vikings will be sufficient right now to keep those Vipers at bay. But look at this, he's literally... with the creep spread on the doorstep of my darling, which is more than in a dire spot. He's gonna try to attack with the Hellions. Does he have? Yeah, I assume he does have +3 attack, and these Ultralisks will just run past by. He could get a lot of larva kills here. Not that it matters a lot. Morphing into, he could snipe directly the hatch. Honestly, he's got +3. So much damage, so many possible kills here. And he really, with those fast Hellions, caught Pluto by surprise. I really don't think he expected that kind of move. Ultralist's reinforcements will be there, though he's going to lose that queen. But I'm surprised that there wasn't a hatchery snipe here, like, directly. And the bad thing for my darling, or the good news for Pluto, is that his opponent cannot expand because of the creep spread, and he didn't even take them out. He's just gonna move out and go for it. He's still maxed out, adding in 3 Taurs. He's gonna wait for those Taurs probably, and he's gonna inch his way out of the... Well, no. Pluto has the greater position here, fighting on creep at all times. Ultralisks are tanking like madmen. And all those Hydras, high DPS units, are still alive. No more Seeker missiles available, and this could be game. This could be game. My darling with a sufficient production to build a couple units, but it was not meant to be on time. And Pluto takes game number 1 for Boreal Academy. Hi guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream until now. Let's get back to some great instrumental music. So much creep. I'm not the one creating the games, Elemental. I have no camera. I'm not... Whenever I'm casting Clan Wars, I don't put my face up there. I mean, it's not appropriate. Okay, that's what I thought. So I've got some info here. This is not Boreal Academy. Let me just... I just suggested that we call this division Boreal Not Too Bad. Zerg, the new hope for StarCraft 2. Okay, so Boreal Not Too Bad. So before I change it, let me just roll back to so how about this? Boreal Not Too Bad. No, I'm just gonna leave it at regular Boreal. So I think this is what I'm gonna name them from now on until there's a proper decision. Of course, the main team will be called Boreal Elite. This one will be called Boreal, and Boreal Academy is our diamond and lower team, low master diamond. You hope I switch for Game Hard. I have yet to discover how this really works. I don't even have access to like the old create with mod button. I wish I could. Like, let's see. Can I, like, is it simple to do? Is it something I category melee? I don't see it. I'm sorry. Create offline game, is that how you do it? Not too sure. Let me just join this one and we'll see. So you see, I'm just joining the game here. But let's do something. Let's switch it right up and remove this. There you go. Just for the sake of clarity and to allow you guys to see the game timer. It's such an important information to have. Alright, so game number 2 is starting. And of course, this is an all-kill format, so Pluto is going to enter a second game for Boreal. And the player for MicroGamerZ Academy is going to be the player you see right here, a Zerg player, Mr. Duolon. His opponent, of course, as I already mentioned, winner of last game for Boreal, putting them up the score 1-0. It is Pluto. Good, perfect, excellent. And we're going to have a ZVZ. Let's see how this unfolds. As opposed to the format we see in the Top Dog League, which is Pro League format, best of 5 of best of 1. This is an all-kill format, which is a little bit more prone to cheese and you know, all-in timing attacks and such. But it doesn't look like we'll have that. Well, we have a 13 gas for Pluto. He's gonna go, interesting. This is going to make for an interesting early game, as I wonder if he's gonna go for maybe an ultra fast Baneling Nest without speed, or maybe just an ultimately ultra fast speed. Maybe that's what it is. We'll see. And we'll see how long these guys stay on harvesting gas. While I'm multitasking and trying to access chat at the same time so I can read you guys in the game while we do it. Duolong went for a hatchery first. Gonna go for is it a little bit too close from the gas? Like, isn't this gonna delay a little bit his gas mining? Maybe not that much. I don't think it's that bad. It would have been 1 hex higher, and that would have been a problem. So Duolong going for a what you would call the bread and butter of the mid-game ZVZ players, going for this hatchery first, and then instead of dropping a 14 or 15 spawning pool, they go for 16 and 17 gas, which is pretty safe, even if it's a hatch first. Since, as you can see, Pluto's first 6 lings are leaving the base just as the spawning pool finishes, and Duolong is gonna go straight for a spine crawler in the mineral line, and he is the one going straight for Baneling Nest without speed. Only 2 guys on gas, as you can see, and indeed we went for an ultra fast speedling Baneling aggression, as there's no way Duolong is gonna have speed before this aggression ends. It's not even started, but he needs until he has at least a few Banelings to hold this off. Only 2 Banelings for Pluto. He has to get the hits. Is gonna try to commit and get the well done by Duolong, sniping one of Pluto's Banelings. There's only 1 left now, and speed kicks in, which is gonna be very interesting. This is an interesting hit as well. He got, I believe, 4 to 5 Zerglings of Duolong, and 2 Banelings are added in on the high ground directly in Duolong's base, and this base will fall as Zerglings keep reinforcing. 5 Banelings on the way for Duolong. Is there any way this spine can go down? Is he gonna risk it? I mean, if Pluto loses all of his Zerglings trying to snipe down this spine crawler, he's gonna be very vulnerable to a counterattack. So I do believe that Pluto is gonna, and he separated the Zerglings. Such a nice, oh my goodness, what this, is he gonna hold it? No! The snipe, oh my goodness, this is heartbreaking for a Zerg player. Only 1 Zergling survives for Duolong, and he is in a world of trouble with the reinforcements coming in from Pluto. He's gonna have 7 complete Banelings. I'm letting go of the chat. Forget about this. This is gonna be a next game thing, because and Duolong is not out of this. He's adding in a few more Banelings. He's trying to protect this mineral line at all costs. He's protected on this side with the pool and on this side with the Evo chamber. And this will allow the spine crawler to snipe 1, maybe 2 Banelings, not just quite yet. But I mean, oh, the baiting hits! Oh, the baiting hits! No, only 1 is not enough. He's gonna sneak in, hold position on these drones, and eventually a world of drones will fall. 18 workers have been killed by Pluto. Duolong down to 11 supply. 11 workers, 15 supply. Oh my head. This is gonna be hard to hold. Only those 2 Banelings, they have to get like the best connections in the history of StarCraft. He even hesitated to get those 3, and more Banelings come. This queen will fall, not even. He's just gonna go away. Snipe the spine crawler. 4 drones, 5 drones remain, and this queen with 1 HP, 4 HP rather, and the reinforcements will keep streaming in. GG. Pluto takes game number 2, and Boreal is ahead 2-0 in this clan war versus MicroGamerZ Academy. I'm gonna try to go right now and get access to chat, because I want to take advantage of the fact that there's no delay tonight, since this is a friendly clan war. We're just basically practicing here. Let's see. No. So this is scheduled for best of 7, guys, and let's just roll to the chat right now. Dom dom dom. That was painful to watch. Yeah, it was. As a Zerg player, it was painful to watch. Boreal eSports. No, not Botial. It's Boreal. Alright. Why am I not... Check my Skype. I don't really have time, Elemental. I'm sorry. Why don't I... Why can't I access chat? This is weird. I just want chat, guys. Why can't I have chat? Can I have chat? Pretty please? Yeah, it's for the game art overlay. Yes, but I'm not the one creating the game. And the last time I swapped my user interface, it was a disaster. And look at this, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have 150 messages. I have over 400 messages, so I'm gonna close Skype right away because I don't want to hear 250 times the Brit. This is not what I... Let's try to see if I can maybe mute it. Or maybe because I open it up once, it's not gonna do it anymore. This is weird. Okay, I don't have anything. I don't have anything related to game hearts on Skype. I didn't have any messages. But whatever. It's all right. So we are in the lobby for game number 3, as Pluto will try to keep rolling over MicroGamerZ Academy. That he was not really in trouble during any of those 2 games, maybe except the one time that those Hellions came out of the Terran's base. My darling, in the first game. And that's pretty much the only way he was cut out of position, and he reacted super fast because he had creep spread like from New York to Spain. He was covering right like this area with creep. Just going back. Esports, maybe? There you go. Perfect. Good. So I think everyone is ready. Ready whenever Pluto is. Okay. So both players are ready. Here we are. Game number 3 is starting. And I forgot to give you the awesome elevator music I had for you guys. And we're going to have another ZVZ on Nimbus. Such an interesting map for ZVZ, where you are always tempted to go for the safe expand. But this map has so gigantic, enormous mains that there is a large moment of weakness before you can defend that ramp. We'll see how these guys handle it. We have the winner of the last 2 games playing for Boreal. It is Pluto. And playing as the 3rd player for MicroGamerZ Academy. Gonna try to reverse the situation, bring it back to 2-1. It is the Zerg player Nistic! Both players have spawned in top positions. Pluto on the left and Nistic on the right. Let's see how this will unfold. We saw Pluto with a ailing bailing all in, more or less, but a very interesting one in the fact that he got a very, very early speed. It was an awesome timing. And both players are going to cross. These guys will scout themselves, scout each other, themselves. Yeah, they will scout themselves. Go for the scout. Okay, I don't have anything. Good. No, they will scout each other very quickly, seeing each other's overlords. And let's see how they react to this. Of course, here Nistic will have some kind of an advantage since he's gonna scout the eventual fast expand location of Pluto. So he's gonna be the first one to know what his opponent is up to. And at about 2 minutes 15, not seeing, he went for a hatch first. So if your opponent goes for a hatch first, you're gonna see it right here. And it's not there, so you know already that something is up. Pluto is gonna expand nonetheless. This is gonna be a 14 pool, 16 hatchery. The pool is down for Nistic as well. No gas for either players. We'll see who drops it down first. This is this is very similar. The build with the spawning pool first is just a little bit safer, but in the end, considering the queen, that's gonna get out much earlier for Pluto. It ends up macro-wise. This is kind of equivalent. It has been found in the past. I'm not a mathematician, but it has been found in the past. It is common belief. I truly hope it is right because this is what I've believed for a long time. So, first queen is almost out for Pluto, whereas the first one is starting, and actually two queens at the same time. And Nistic is actually going to have those two queens before Pluto has both of his. But with this first inject already on the way, it all evens up. I'm pretty sure about it. Deal with it. First pair of lings on the field for Nistic. Pluto just went straight for drones. No Zerglings at all on the field. Maybe he's gonna add a few in the next round. Not really. He's still into droning. 6 drones on the way. This is starting to be a lot of drones, and Pluto is the one who got his gas first, as you can see here. Yep, just starting the well, not really, actually. There was a bailing nest already started for Nistic, and is Pluto saving? No, this little pair of lings just made themselves pretty useful, sniping a drone. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Plus the scouting. Even though I don't think he saw the baneling's nest. No, and he didn't see the gas either. This is not that good of a scout. Not that good of a scout. So Evo Chamber here and Baneling Nest for Pluto. I was wondering, if he would go for a defensive stance here. That would explain the Evo Chamber here, which his opponent doesn't have, and just to make me lie, he starts one right away. And +1 Carapace is gonna be the choice here for Pluto, who's a little bit supply blocked, a little bit of a misstep here, not able to produce anything. He's stockpiling up minerals. This could cost him a lot. He's far from having another Overlord, just with one Baneling that's not gonna be ready in time. Nistic Zergling, oh, they could have streamed in the base. He's gonna get caught. Oh my goodness. Oh, these guys are gonna give me a heart attack. Seriously. Spare my poor heart. Holy crap. Nistic not gonna come back. Those Zerglings, no way we're going back there, sir. Whew. Now, on double Evo Chambers with a Roach Warren. No lair just yet. Just added in a second and a third gas. which is not the case for Pluto. Still pumping out Zerglings, and let's see what he's gonna do with it. He's definitely gonna force a cancel on those. Pluto, oh my goodness. Nistic has a nice amount of Banelings to hold this, but then Pluto has so many Zerglings, and these two Banelings dying for only a couple lings could be really, really big trouble. Pluto now has a world of advantage on his opponent. And that was not even cancelled. I don't think it was cancelled. I didn't see a drone. And Zerglings are going to slip through for Pluto. This is not good for Nistic. Nistic, like in panic mode, adding in some Banelings. He doesn't have any ready. This queen is going to fall. Units have been split. They went for the natural as well. Banelings will even hit some of the units mining gas, and Nistic will or should be able to stabilize here with those first few roaches, but at what cost? 7 workers killed, now 8, 9. Where is he? Oh my god, he's still dealing damage. Oh my goodness. So Pluto, 9 workers killed, cancels the third, forces a lot of units on his opponent, and there's actually Pluto with a Baning here. Oh my goodness, the transfer. Oh, that hurt. That's an additional 2. That's an additional 2 drones killed, and there's a large amount of Zerglings on the field. 30 Zerglings. But this ramp is now very well protected. Gonna try to sneak in, not gonna be able to squeeze through. And these two players should now stabilize. Nistic is gonna want to get a third ASAP. He rebuilt those drones. Now getting spore crawlers. He's pretty worried, but Pluto doesn't even have a lair. So this is quite useless at the moment. But I understand Nistic doesn't really know what his opponent is up to. He only saw Zerglings and a couple of Banelings, so he has to say, well, there's gonna be some gas somewhere. I think he's going mutas, but it's not the right tech choice. Pluto is actually, yeah, he's probably gonna head for roaches by this +1 already on the way. He already has those so tanky roaches that are gonna come out. Roach speed and +2 on the way. Roach speed almost done for Nistic. He could have a timing with that. 10 roaches just popping in a few seconds for Pluto, who's ahead in supply, but supply blocked again, like heavily supply blocked. There's no Overlord in production whatsoever. He has to do something. 3 Overlords, yes, that's kind of a panic move again. And you want to avoid this at all costs. He has so many larvas. I'm trying to click on multiple hatcheries. There you go. He has... all those could be in production already being roaches, and they could have played an immense role in this +1 timing, +1/+1 timing. With the Zerglings tanking, this could be very, very interesting. Nistic adding in a few more roaches. He's really focused on macroing right now, adding in a few drones, and he must, because Pluto is still ahead by almost 10. We'll cut it in half now. This is a difference of 6 harvesters, but Pluto's already mining out of that oh so important third base. And Pluto just tried to sneak. The Zerglings will come from behind, and they have a full surround on this army. Reinforcements are attacking the Zerglings, and Pluto, he could do it here, but it's +1 versus +1. +2 is almost done for Nistic, not gonna do it in time. It's GG. Pluto takes game number 3 with a very nice wrap up around the army of Nistic. All the way around the army, he went for the eventual snipe at the third, and then he saw an opportunity to end the game right there, and he did. GG, just 1 game away, Pluto, from all-killing MicroGamerZ Academy. 1 game away from getting the cookies. This is an old Team French Elite joke. If you get it, raise your dongers. Raise your cookies. Yeah, that could be good. Raise your cookies. So we're just gonna wait for the choice. They said earlier, the MicroGamerZ Academy manager just said that he was unsure of his last player. Let's go back to some elevator music. I'm really into elevator music right now. And this video's title is Can You Survive 10 Hours of Elevator Music? Oh, yes. Now you're talking. Bow, 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 bow. Pluto is on fire. Oh, yes. So I'm quite worried, in fact, that I'm not able to access chat. Let's see here. Yeah, it says I'm offline. I'm not able to access. This is weird. This is weird. At least I can chit chat with you guys in between the games. This is weird elevator music. Like this, it's a little bit too happy. Let's see. What? Electro swing. Electro swing? We are listening to that.
Something different? What can we do different? Okay. Alright.
Oh, yes. This is my new title music. Wow. I must admit, it is really cool. What? With the beat in the back? This is crazy music. Le Club des Belugas, that's what's playing right now. That is what's playing right now. Club des Belugas remix, Airmail special from L. Fitzgerald. Okay, my goodness. This is the new thing. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. I think we're not gonna have another game, guys. I do not think we're getting another game. This is kind of sad. So some events will be streamed, guys, by there will be some French streams on this channel. The one thing I said was that our main teams should be streamed in English, so that the most people can get a nice experience out of it. But our academy team, the low master diamond level, is supposed to get cast in French, especially when I'll play in it. You guys may see me play on stream while I'm not streaming. This is gonna be weird. I really hope it happens soon, though. I'm in pretty good shape right now. Okay, well, guys, it seems like this is gonna be it. It's unfortunate, but there will be no fourth game tonight, since MicroGamerZ Academy, they unfortunately do not have a fourth player available right now. So they basically kind of conceded. Yeah, Paragon and Redfeet are both away and busy. You guys win 3-0. And good games were called. So yeah, so Boreal basically wins 3-0. Here's what I could do. I'm gonna switch to my stream. This is what I'm gonna do. Since the clan war is over, I'm gonna switch it up to my stream, twitch.tv/KDMLive. In 5 minutes. Is that good? So guys, I hope you enjoyed the short stream tonight. It was not expected, not really announced as well. It was kind of a surprise for me. I thought it was somebody else who was gonna cast, but I was available, so eventually, I mean, it was natural for me to come. Boreal with a win, 3-0 against MicroGamerZ Academy. Thanks to all of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, next week on Tuesday, our usual Top Dog League match will be streamed by the Top Dog organization instead of here on this channel. We'll be back for week 4, but before that, we could be back with a couple clan wars. I highly recommend you hit the addresses. Did I point the right way? No, it's on this side. Oh my hell. I hope you can hit the Facebook page to get the most information about Boreal, all of its divisions, including StarCraft 2. Get some informations about our clan wars and such. And well, that's it. My name is Cadium. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter at BRLCadium, I'm gonna be live on my channel, twitch.tv/Cadium live in 5 minutes. See you then, guys.